Hello, 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 everyone. Lovely to see you. Today we're just going to have kind of a fun roundtable discussion about writing sins, just kind of mistakes that we made back in the day. So, allow me to bring in my guests first. Welcome to the front stage.
Hello!
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome aboard, Neff. And we have one more guest today. Hopefully, Drake will join us later. This was his idea after all. We're just doing it for him because we couldn't think of anything better to do. Let's bring in.
Hello.
Alrighty.
How y'all doing?
Doing
Pretty
quite
good.
well. Doing quite well.
I
We're not
actually
covering-
got a lot done yesterday.
I get it done. That joke's not gotten old yet.
No, it hasn't. I got a lot of writing done.
hmm You have a lot of writing. Like, what does that mean? You have a lot of words? You have a lot of pages? What do you mean? Explain to me, Neff. I don't understand.
A lot of words. I got, let's see, at least 1,000 words on paper
Is that...
Hello,
yesterday.
space junk. How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a simp in the crowd as well.
Hello, Wolf.
Aw, Neff is the most popular girl in school. Yay.
This is what you get for being the sole female girl of the cast of the 5-man band.
The
Yeah,
token.
the heart.
The
Yep,
token.
that makes me the heart.
The token. She's the token female.
Yep. Don is the leader, of course.
Of course. Would that make Drake the Lancer then?
Yeah,
No,
I think Drake's.
Nah,
I'm
Crow's the
Lancer?
land.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, because
Crow-
I have my own stream.
Yeah,
That makes
Crow's
us
the Lan-
rivals.
Yeah, Crow's the Lancer, and Drake is the artillerist.
Hmm.
So wait, does that make him the smart guy?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay.
So who's the 5th member of our band?
Yokai is the
Tough guy.
tough guy.
No,
yeah,
he's the big guy.
yeah,
He's the big guy.
No, actually, Yokai's the Lancer. I'd say Yokai's the Lancer. He fits the
Because-
trope better.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah.
actual writer, while I'm just a hobbyist at the best.
Same here.
You, Noble Commando, Gary
Simp.
Stu, and the others are the
Peanut gallery.
reinforce. They're the reinforcement.
Comic relief.
Yeah.
The reinforcements.
Yeah.
Side
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, also, I would like to, like, in this discussion of like writing sins, please feel free to ask your questions throughout. I think it will very much help this discussion to kind of give us specifics of what you would like us to do.
Mhm.
At least like what you would like us to discuss. So, writing sins.
Oh no, he's already cackling. This isn't even one of those streams. Oh yes.
Writing sins. I
Yeah.
think one that we can all attest to is writing Mary Sue's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. I had a very egregious. I think my most egregious example is actually in Prince of the Sea. I need to change up some of my titles so that they aren't like samey.
Yeah.
But this guy is like a James Bond type, pretty much perfect at nearly everything. The only thing that like you could consider a flaw is that he has daddy issues. Because
Daddy
he's the son.
issues?
Yeah, because he's the son of a demon.
Oh, okay. So explainable daddy issues.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to be honest. I haven't been writing as long as you guys, and I'm kind of hyper aware of like the Mary Sue issue. I'm not exactly sure if I've done it yet in anything I've written. I hope you would tell me if I have.
If that's what you want to be, Zimzilla, then okay. But
I think
yes,
that Zimzilla is ER's secret twin brother. They sound almost exactly alike.
Almost exactly.
Well, the thing about Mary Sue's is that you shouldn't be afraid to actually write them.
I'm not afraid to write them. I'm aware that my first stuff that I'm going to be making is going to be crap. I'm just trying to be very much aware of all these things that everybody keeps saying. Hey, this is something you need to look out for. Hey, this is something that the people who start off do. It's like, okay. Try to be aware. That might give me a leg up a little bit when first writing.
Yeah, the first Mary Sue that I wrote, thank God it never got published on fanfic. But the first one I ever wrote was basically a self-insert or an author insert. And I'm glad it's now gone. because I think it was on a floppy disk, and no computers have floppy drives anymore, and it was on a computer that I no longer have. So
we have a new meme.
Nice. Child Anakin, yes, Child Anakin is a Mary Sue.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it kind of seems as though he's very much a wish fulfillment Sue in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's how it seems.
Yeah, he gets better in terms of avoiding the Mary Sue trope. In 2 and 3, but it's kind of just like, wouldn't you love to be in this kid's shoes?
Yeah, wouldn't you love to be in his shoes? Yes, I would. Yes.
Yeah. And
the biggest Mary Sue I've made so far would actually be Sister Red. She's the only one who didn't get hurt in the last chapter I did, but she's also the one who caused them all problems in another chapter. And
then she's not exactly a Mary Sue.
Yeah. Good.
Because if her mistakes actually have consequences for her and the people around them that don't turn out better than what she was planning, then you've safely sidestepped that aspect of Mary Sue.
So it's more what he does in the plot. Like the fact that he's the guy who single-handedly wins because of everything, because they win because of him. I think that's kind of I think that Critical Drinker did a good view. I think that if we're looking at just episode 1, he has a number of Mary Sue traits. But
just because you have a number of Mary Sue traits does not mean that makes you a Mary Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Like with what Literature Devil said. He has moments, but as long as those moments don't stack up, then it's fine.
Yeah. Obviously, the stories we write, most of them are about, larger than life characters. It's
Yeah.
fine line though that you have to be careful of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like mine, I think my worst. So I don't even remember this kid's name. I just remember that he's like this, like teenager Artemis Fowl mixed with James Bond type master assassin who does nearly get killed, but he's able to get some powers because of it, and he slaughters an entire house. But that was a long
An
time
Anakin
ago.
Skywalker moment.
Yeah. And but then he leaves. Like, I never finished this book. This is one of my many unfinished projects that I have left on the back burner, kind of like a really stupid kids play a video game and they get the ability to turn into small humanoid dragons, and they fight Robomech knights.
That sounds awesome. It sounds like an 80s cartoon.
It kind of is, yeah. They also have like weird like dimensionalizing tech, which gives them like power armor, where they have guns guns that come out of their backs.
Oh, excellent. You have a way to make toys from the show.
Yeah. And like
those would be awesome.
Yeah, and like I never finished this, but it's just like mostly what I wanted to be like I wanted to have something cool, and kind of a big part of my problem when I was early writing is my prose was really, really stilted and bad. Was one of my big problems, especially since I was like first writing. Now I've gotten to the point where like my prose is good enough that I only need to do like minor touch-ups. But if I'm looking at a lot of my older stuff, I'm like, ouch.
Yeah,
I would need to
purple prose is hard. I mean, purple prose is easier than being blunt. I don't know why that is.
Well, I
have a bit of a problem with it myself, but I'm getting better. So
now, for our audience members who may not know, what is purple prose?
Purple prose is
we've been reading purple prose for the last week.
That's purple prose.
It's run out of air. Got it.
Yeah, why do you think I've been calling it purple prose? Hell.
I don't know. I was just trying to pretend like I knew what you were talking about.
Okay, so purple prose is using a lot of flowery language to not say very much. Like
I think the mine was just like they just don't feel like human speaking. It feels very stilted and way too dramatic.
It feels kind of like an NPC.
Yeah, it felt like an NPC. It didn't really feel like it was like teenagers shooting the breeze.
No.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Yeah. And I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Worse. Let me pull some of my dialogue up. It's pretty bad.
I know that I still have some problems with purple prose, but I've gotten to the point where I can tell when I'm doing it, and when I'm looking for synonyms, yeah. And the reason why I go looking for synonyms and I don't go looking for obscure words is because I really, really don't like doing purple prose anymore. I don't. I mean, if you're going for a certain kind of characterization where someone does do purple prose a lot, then that's fine.
Yeah, that's a character at that point.
Yeah, that's a part of the character at that point. But unless you're specifically building a character to be like that, purple prose is something you should stay away from if you possibly can. like
Not writing
if
is
you
a
use,
sin, Mark.
yeah, yeah.
You write a script for your
Okay.
videos. Oh, now what?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you find that you're using like say 5 words to describe something instead of maybe 2 or 3, that's purple prose.
Oh. Yeah. I found it. So the book is called Dragon Blaster.
I love it.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
It's just drip 80s.
Yeah. I think like let me think. Part of it was like I really need to rewrite this because I had a lot of ideas, but they're probably really bad. But a lot of them were weird and disconnecting. But like I had like one interesting idea. It's like the sky was pitch black, but Damien could see perfectly as he glided over Chicago. Thoughts of his family floated through his head. His mom and dad were probably worried about him. Everybody knew was probably wondering where he was. He had to get back home. His thoughts were cut short by something slamming his back. Wait, wrong place. Sorry, readers. This is the omniscient narrator. I seem to have gotten ahead of myself. All of these events need a great deal of background, but first I need to introduce some of the subjects in this narrative. Okay, his name is Fred
What?
Willard.
Author's notes in the body of the text. That's another sin.
That's
That's
I don't
another
think
sin
that's
that a lot of people do.
Is the narrator a character?
Sometimes the narrator is a character, yes.
So what I did was I actually separated it with 3 separators in
Okay.
between. Let me.
So a scene break is what you did.
Yes, a scene break and then threw it back. So
Okay.
basically, like it's like a dot. It's like a 3 It's like 4 asterisks, and then another, and put the thing where the narrator talks all in italics, and then another
okay.
scene break.
Yeah.
So, kind of like, and then like, okay, his name is Fred
But
Willard.
well, what I'm talking about is where
The audience, the fourth wall breaking.
well, kinda. I mean, fourth wall breaking can be fun. Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony is a very tasteful way to do it, and it works because of how her character is constructed. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where someone describes the clothes that someone's wearing, and then they have an author's note going, "Oh, they look like this character from another franchise now."
Oh no, I don't do that.
Instead of
yeah, I definitely do not do that.
Yeah, I used to. So yes, I confess I did it.
Yeah, it's like his name is Fred Willard, a resident of Rapid City, Dakota. He is the classical nerd. Red hair, freckles, glasses, skinny build, braces, the whole package, along with the side or bullying sessions. Side or bullying session from the football team, disinterested list from the cheerleading squad, swirlies, barely any friends, the works. A few other people come into play, a football player and his girlfriend, a tech whiz, Fred's kind of catty little sister Michelle, stuff like that. But that's not important at this time. Now back to the right place in the narrative. Action.
Okay, that's well done, actually. Because that's funny.
Yeah, this is kind of just how I wrote it.
I love that name so much. That name is awesome.
Yeah, it's delightfully stupid, and I'll interject it like the mostly just like for the sake of comedic purposes, because I realized here that like this book is kind of a comedy. But like the problem was I only wrote the narrator's parts as self-aware comedy.
Oh, so you would need to rewrite the rest, edit the rest of it.
Yeah, a lot of chunks. Yeah.
All right.
I think.
Okay, so Yeah, typos and bad grammar would be another one.
Right here. That's me.
Yeah.
Has anybody here had a conversation with me over text? I don't know what it is, but for some reason, spelling and grammar just escape my grasp no matter how hard I try.
Well, yeah, and one
I'll
of the
usually just
things.
correct midstream. I'll type it and then I'll notice it and then I'll edit it and then go back to writing.
And well, that's what I do too. And the most egregious is getting the characters' names wrong, because that tells the people who are potentially going to be reading what you're writing that you don't care. So if you get nothing else right, you have to get the names. Otherwise, people won't even give you a chance.
I had to make a special note in Brother Blue and Sister Red that the big city's name is Ragnar, because I spelled it 3 different ways by now at this point.
So I actually understood that I was going to have a large cast of characters. So what I did was I created a bunch of Pinterest boards so that I could keep track of all the armor and weapons as well as the characters.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Just like a character bio, essentially.
Kind of, yeah. Or a character appearance. I'll actually let me pull up Lost Legion, since that's the one that
I have some of those too.
Yeah.
I have some of those too that I use. I've only just gotten into the habit of doing it too. Let's see.
Well, as a Dungeons & Dragons player, that should be no problem for me.
Yeah. What?
Our Discord is absolutely nuts.
Oh dear.
Oh Lord.
I have brought Tom, Black Race and Supremacy to my new
I just love Atomic Chicken's face on that.
Oh my
The
god.
best part is he hasn't, I don't know if he sees the stream, so that look of just confusion matches too well.
Yeah.
Dunn was right. When the mask comes off, I am ER's twin brother. Yeah. I actually am interested to see if the people I cast from my books match the descriptions in your head, at least of Lost Legion. Let me actually scroll to the bottom. I also have a bunch of monster ideas. Let me see, Lost Legion.
No
and I want to scroll
spoilers.
down to the because I want to scroll down to the bottom because there are spoilers at the top because the more recent things. Okay.
Yeah, while he's doing that, another problem that I know I have when it comes to my writing is just trying to keep track of where everything is. And I have a bit of a story I would like to share about this one.
Oh.
So part of my writing is writing scripts for my magic show. And for those scripts, I get very in detailed about where everything is supposed to be, where everything's going to be, the exact moves I have to make for my to pull off all my sleights and everything my wife, Nurse Crow or Pixie, has to do when she's helping me perform in her character. And I had all of that ready, going, written down. We've been practicing. We're doing this one show for a birthday. And we get there, in the script that we've been studying was the wrong script for all the stuff that we packed.
Ouch.
So we are trying to quickly go off the cuff, improv the entire thing of all this stuff that we do that because we were practicing with new stuff and all this. So we're like, oh no, we don't know how any of this stuff works.
Whoops.
Okay.
Luckily, the show went good. We did just
Yeah.
fine.
Ooh. Ooh. 1 second.
Hello,
made it.
Drake. I'm so glad you made it.
Yeah, considering this was my idea.
It's okay that you're late.
Yeah,
Space
especially
Junk,
considering what I was late doing, and that's for the after party.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, yay.
Space
Ooh.
Junk. I don't have to imagine that. I don't. I've done that.
Oh, God. That's so... Wow.
If you're going to do a project, do something that's in your wheelhouse. Practice before you release something.
Yep.
Wolf, you're going to get our Discord into trouble.
Oh, no. What's Wolf done?
What hasn't Wolf done?
Good question.
Do we really
Oh,
want the
no.
answer, though?
Why are you putting this stuff in the general conversation when it belongs in memes?
Yeah, please put it in the memes. That'd be great. It's always... You underestimate my black gaze. Oh, man. Yeah, put it in. Yeah, if you could transplant these into memes, that would be great.
Yes, please.
And now I'm caught up with at least that.
Yeah, we got a lot of memes. Apparently, I am the Gigan.
Lord Commander Gigan.
Yeah. Yeah, StreamYards kind of eats up all my battery. I think I need to get a new computer or something.
Ooh.
You still have that link I gave you.
I know.
Yeah, done. Get with it.
I
You
just
boomer.
don't. I'm just. Most of my money is going into either. Is mostly just going into the stock market.
You know, you could make a healthy donation to the Cult of Crow. We could always use. Often.
Roughly 8K, 8,000 of my dollars is currently in a Roth IRA, which I cannot touch until I reach the age of 50.
Oh damn!
Mm.
Nice.
Wow.
So, might be more by this point. I don't know. Cruise ships are at an all-time low right now, and so I'm just.
You okay there, Drake?
That's an excellent question. So, Cliff Notes, what's everybody else been doing so far?
We talked about spelling, grammar, keeping track of locations in your stories, keeping track of names of things and people in your stories.
Bad grammar.
Mary Sue.
Mary Sue's.
Purple prose.
Yeah.
Turn off Discord. I'm gonna turn off Discord. Hopefully that Discord for a second. So hopefully this will make things go better. Yeah, this thing is kind of cheap, and like Windows 10 has completely destroyed it.
Freaking.
Okay. I'm just adding a quick spoiler section because there's some things that I need to like remove for the sake of spoilers because there's some very important things
Yeah.
that I had to let me see. Some things that I didn't, some things that I do. Let's see. Let me see. I give to the people that are recognizable.
And we now have Alex Halo.
Ooh, hi Alex.
Nep
Hey,
nep.
Alex.
Yeah.
What up, all my neppers?
Yeah. Okay.
Writing sins, Alex.
One second.
Jeez.
I'm actually gonna do this on my phone. That's actually gonna be easier.
This is a professional stream, everybody.
Wait.
All the squeaking and crunking, phones going off, dead air.
Nefer Blue is Padme. That is all.
Yeah, Neff has to be Padme.
What?
I don't know. Wise
Oh.
Wolf is going to get us into more trouble. That's what he's up to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's just normal.
Let's see.
Oh. 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 Sweet. Okay.
What?
Now I need to find that picture again. Oh, I clicked on a picture to view the actual image, and it took me to Pinterest. I think I'm gonna be staying there.
Yeah, Pinterest is fun.
Yeah, it's good for stuff.
Let me see.
It's a small picture. No, I don't want the
So,
small
Drake, what's some of
picture.
the things that you noticed that you've done wrong with your writing?
Oh boy. Science and sorcery. I've mentioned this before, but the story that you know is Science and Sorcery is actually the second timeline that I've made. And there are technically 3. And you're not going to get the other 2 because they're full of this stuff. It's basically a quasi self-insert, inserting myself into everything that I know. I say quasi self-insert because I don't actually show up that often. And eventually I cede way to the other characters, and the other characters at several points actually wind up having to fight me.
Okay, I've moved 24 pins to the spoiler section.
Let's
see. So
that's some of it. I don't remember a lot of the pre-retcon timeline. The post-retcon timeline actually isn't that terrible. It's just very fan-wanky.
And I'm not surprised by that at all.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so many fanfictions I've just immolated out off the face of the internet just because they're just really stupid, but not for any particular act of stupidity, just a long drawl of stupidity.
Yeah.
So how far are you into Lost Legion? go for it.
They are just now starting the escape.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so for reference, I actually wrote that book when I was 16. So if you notice any like problems, most of that is either because I actually went back and fixed a lot of it when I was like 2 years ago. Because like I noticed like, okay, I can do a little bit better than how it is here.
To Wise Wolf, I might as well. The Xeon suits and Darth Vader are largely based on the same iconography.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like it.
I have no idea what I'm setting myself up for, but
Something awful.
goody. Oh yeah. I had so much time to drive around and think about what I wanted to discuss, and it all went blank. There's kind of a really tragic one that I didn't know if I wanted to talk about. This was back in really, really, really old days, single-digit ages and whatnot.
Oh dear.
You know those sort of the rage fix that you tend to write when you get bullied a lot, and you write your bullies into compromising scenarios?
No, I don't know that at all.
And everybody innocently whistling.
Oh no, I completely.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Yeah, I do get what you're going for.
I had an even more stupid variation of that.
Oh.
Instead of beating up my bullies, I would save them from even bigger monsters. The theory being that if I save my bullies from monsters, then they'll like me.
Did it work?
What the fuck do you think?
So it
You
did.
didn't have to be rude about it.
If you wonder why it is that my stories are full of the shittiest human beings imaginable, and several non-human beings, but still pretty shitty, Tap, Urios, some you don't even know yet, like Matron and Penitent, but those are for other stories. But it's because I really grew out of trying to like appease people. Sometime around, I'd say 2001, as the school year started back up again. Now, gee, what could have happened around that time that would crater my faith in human population?
Many things.
Yeah, very many things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe that'll be a sin I'll look back on someday, my complete misanthropy. I wonder if anybody's actually noticed this so far. My stories are incredibly baleful towards the human species.
Yeah, I've noticed you have very drab and dark stories.
Yeah, this is kind of my this is my Pinterest board for Lost Legion.
Oh, nice. Nice, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, like for instance, this is Richard Madden is who I think of as Valkar Perion.
Oh.
Was that how you pictured him, Drake, or was he slightly different?
Pictured what now?
No,
What's
sorry,
going on?
Drake, not Drake. Sorry, not Drake. Crow. Sorry.
Yeah, something kind of like that.
Yeah.
Imagine a bit longer hair, maybe.
Oh, why is it doing this? Ah! Why are you doing this to me?
Pinterest sucks as a website, dude.
No, it doesn't.
No,
Pinterest
it's
is
fine.
great, actually.
Yeah, Pinterest is fine. It's just sometimes it's just annoying. It's totally fine. It's just that like Streamlabs is messing with it.
Yeah, go down a little. Scroll down just a little bit.
Oh. So
back to this.
Yeah. A lot of stuff like for funsies, a lot of stuff for like reference points. I'll have okay, I think part of it is just it's slow.
Yeah, streaming takes up a massive amount of your bandwidth.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of like I imagine like I had a lot of characters that I wanted to kind of to have models for, and some of it is I'll have the basic idea for the character. I've kind of always done this to a certain extent, but I have like just a lot. Most of the characters in this are either from book 1 and 2, and I reserved a separate section for book 3, just because like I was kind of getting back into it. I had a lot of ideas with book 3 that I feel like really turned out very well. A lot of them were kind of like extensions of what I had brought up in the previous books, but I really enjoyed the climactic end of King of Damnation because it was just like, yeah, this was just what I wanted. This was like the best possible ending I could have written for this particular story. At least for me, it was.
Ah.
It's kind of a lot of. I would sometimes use like 2 different people for the same character, then I'd kind of like vacillate between which one, but usually they would be relatively similar looking.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Alex Halo has said something silly. Too many fourth wall jokes like Deadpool comic writers, unless you're Nep. Nep can make as many as she wants. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of this is like concept art. This is kind of how I picture Vasha. Right here in the middle.
Yeah,
oh, nice.
Yeah, that pretty much lines up with what I had kind of like thought for her too.
Very pretty.
Yeah. I think that Lynn Collins is pretty much like the best part of John Carter because of is kind of just the best part of I think that Deja Thoris is the best part of John Carter because of Lynn Collins. Because Lynn Collins is great and like she went through a lot of like dialogue work because like her voice like is very high pitched normally.
Yikes.
But she made it like actually like really refined.
Nice. To be able to do that takes a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've also got a bunch of other things. I think like I also have let me see. Where's Garam's actor? I know I put him somewhere. Let me see. Why is this? Right here. This is kind of how I imagined Garam right here. This is kind of how at least like how I imagined him.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of close.
Yeah, I've just found that it really helps me to have some kind of model to kind of base my descriptions off of. I actually learned that from Inkheart, where Miss Cornelia Funke talked about how like sometimes authors will use like real life people as models, and like the author Fenolio talks about it. But that's kind of like how I describe like a lot of the people. I'll have various other people. Like I'll have kind of what a generalized blood mage armor looks like. It's like on top of the filed teeth, that sort of thing. So
Nice. That looks really cool.
Super
Yeah.
spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of that's kind of like how I will usually like write things is I'll find something in a like in a TV show or book TV show, video game, movie, and I'll put that into my Pinterest board and I'll be like, okay, I'm using that as a reference, and I'll even have like boards. I think like let me see. I think I actually have like I'll have to show you like how many boards I have. It's like almost one per book. Let me see. But yeah, that's kind of how I overcame. Now it's become just like describe writing process.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
fine.
much.
Yeah, I used to be really bad at descriptions. Was one of my problems. Yeah. So, but like stuff like kind of these are kind of like I'll have like a bunch of things. I'll have possible female characters, possible male characters. First Dragon Strife, Daughter of the Night, Shadow of the Black Dragon. That's like it's really far down the line. I got Queen of the Ashes. I have my own Star Wars prequel alternative rewrite that I was doing. I finished episode 1, never finished episode 2. Then like I've got a bunch of like chaotic stuff, Wheel of Time stuff. I had my own Dracula like rewrite thing since I really do not like Episcopal style. So I thought, oh, okay,
I can understand that.
Yeah, I wanted to do kind of my own version of Dracula. But yeah, and like I had my whole thing for Lost Legion weaponry, where I kind of like make sure to keep everything, all the weapons separate from the cast. They had like the Dragonlord, Time of Darkness. I didn't even know what I was going to be doing for Time of Darkness, other than it was like just a like regular like weird elves, dwarves, and humans and orcs thing with this one horned king type taking over. But that was kind of it.
Yeah. Real quick to backpedal a little bit onto descriptions.
Yeah.
I have a tip that I found useful when playing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. When it comes to describing things, it's good to try to trigger like 3 out of 5 senses. So obviously you want to get sight, what the character sees, the sound, if it's important. Usually not taste unless you're describing food.
So sound or lack of sound, because lack of sound can be just as important.
Absolutely. If everything's quiet in the middle of the woods, that means there's a predator about.
Yes.
Or smell.
Absolutely.
Like Stephen, I think Stephen King actually uses smell relatively well from the few like descriptions I've heard of it. Like Stephen King, like to me, like I understand that he's a good writer and understands his process, but it's like I've never found like the descriptions of his stuff intriguing enough to pick up.
Yeah.
Like he uses like smell to describe it, the creature thing, like mountains of elephant crap, and like just the worst kind of descriptions for how this thing smells was a really evocative image.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. of course, how things feel.
Yeah.
Like cold, hot, smooth, rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that somebody who does purple prose relatively well is actually George R. R. Martin, where he'll like use a lot of evocative imagery in his novels to kind of get you into the time and get you into the characters' heads.
Yeah, and purple prose can be done well, but it's hard. It's really hard to do it well, especially if you're just starting out, because you overdo it.
Yeah, I am very bad at poems as well. No worries. Oh, Wise Wolf just needs Drake and Neff and Drake's profile pics.
I already sent him
I
my.
tried telling him something on the YouTube chat. The problem is the YouTube chat ate my message. Basically, just Google the Goof Custom from Mobile Suit Gundam 8th MS Team. You'll find something there, probably. Plus, it's a model kit. You're not going to have to look terribly hard.
Yeah, something like that.
Goof Custom. GOUF. I'm not sure if this is going to work. YouTube is eating my comments, but... Thank you, Zimzilla. I don't know why it wouldn't let me say it.
I don't know. That's weird. So, what else is there to talk about? Oh, I know. Point of view shift. Where you start writing a scene or something in someone in one character's from one character's point of view, and it kind of becomes ambiguous later.
Yeah. Yeah, that's,
I know that
wrong sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that I've had to completely rearrange which character's point of view it is when I find myself going, oh, wait, I'm not supposed to be in his head, but I can't really do it without being in his head. So, for instance, in Changeling, if I find that I can't write the scene from the original character's point of view that I wanted to do, like, say, Asna's, and I find that it works better if it's in Kirito's point of view. All I really need to do is change Asna's name from Asuna to what I have Kirito calling her in his head, which is his little lady. And sometimes the fix is that easy, sometimes it's not. So, but yeah, point of view shift is kind of important. And then there's tense confusion. Whether you're talking in past, present, or future tense.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of my problems was like really rapid plots, at least in my first couple of books, where they're really, really short books, but they're really rough. They're like 100 pages long, so like about 200 pages. They just kind of rush from like thing to thing, and they don't really have very much in the way of like structure. It's kind of random, with kind of an abrupt ending. terribly satisfying, especially in the second book that I ever finished, Gliding. Also, I had terrible titles, really, really bad titles. Rising, Gliding, Ascending. Come on, stupid.
Oh, the problem with pun titles?
No, it was kind of meant to be not even like a pun title. It's supposed to be like serious. It was supposed to be like gradual, like rising, gliding, and then ascending. Was kind of the title of the trilogy. Problem was like I was very Wheel of Time influenced, so I was kind of like wholesale stealing a lot of concepts, and I know I'm just like I really can't do a lot of these straight. There are some that I could do that are interesting, but I need to rework a lot of concepts.
Oh no, Wise Wolf is finished.
Yep, we got a meme. We got memes. We got memes, baby. We got more memes.
Memes for days.
Woo! Woo! Maresu.
Memes for the meme god.
Yeah. Run. Why must there be so many memes?
I don't know, Loyal.
Because they're funny.
There are so many memes here. Everyone.
I
is
wish
so...
Perion was here. He's good with memes.
Yeah.
That is a joke only for you, Don. This is a joke only for you.
I come in here and everyone looks at me like I'm his least favorite brother-in-law looking to borrow money. And then some girl child shouts at me and threatens me with a great club. That was the wisdom. That pretty little slip of a girl, well, she ought to be dancing on the green and winking at the men rather than foretelling the weather and healing the sick.
Love
Dear.
Tom. I cried for Tom, by the way, Don.
Oh, yeah.
The second book made me cry a bunch.
Yes. I don't know what you mean. Brianna Taberwin would give a man an education he needs at least once in his life.
My husband is in the grapevines mostly. Well, my husband, the way looking at a man is in the south.
I don't have a husband, so I don't need to worry. Yeah. You didn't touch the harp. You could have at least tuned it.
Have either one of you two read Wheel of Time?
I have not. I need to.
Yes, I'm so happy that I did.
You're welcome.
Yes, I am very welcome. Thank you.
Smud's going to be on in 30 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Where is it? Let me see. Memes.
It's under the tab called memes.
No.
Well, duh.
Oh, I'm looking for it. Like I have a lot of things.
I don't like it. Crow's not on it. It's no Mace Windu, so I don't like it. I had to pick the guy who dies by being flown out a window.
Mace Windu.
Poor Master Windu. He fell out a window.
I think this is a better image.
Yeah, that's a much better, it's a much clearer image.
Yeah.
Ah, General Nick Brown. You're a bold one.
General Brown, you are a bold one. Let's see.
I had no idea if we're already at the memes. I got in late anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like, we kind of like it done like.
The memes started happening before
We
the
could-
show went on.
Yeah,
Oh, so it's just been all memes all the time?
Almost
Something
not all
like
of
that.
all memes. I think we kind of exhausted our list of things we were going to talk about at this roundtable real fast.
yeah, we did. I think,
I mean,
which is too bad because writing sims is something fun to talk about.
Yeah, it's kind
Maybe
of like,
we'll have Writing Sims
yeah,
2 Electric Boogaloo or something like that.
Maybe.
yeah, maybe. Like, I can't. I think that
Let's
I
be
guess
thinking
like.
more stuff.
I guess I could just kind of find one of my first books and read some passages to kind of get an idea. But like, I need to, yeah, a lot of my early books are like really, really bad. Like, I think like it was almost like this kid was a I think it was this kid was almost like unwittingly I kind of made a parody because like he has like this almost like this bunch of group of like like he has like like a small army of ladies that are just in his house and that kind of just that he's like picked up off the streets for whatever reason. I don't even remember what it was, but it was just like total wish fulfillment. They just play around with him and just kiss him all the time, but there's nothing serious happening. But it's just yeah,
doesn't sound
very
like it's worth
much
it.
like yes. Let me find something. I guess it was mainly just like irredeemably bad villains with no complexity. I think was the one like serious problem of my writing. When another was like I was a really lonely 14-year-old, so I had a lot of girls liking the main character is kind of almost a vicarious like I'm lonely.
Well,
Was a big
Kawahara
Lonely and
actually has
horny.
the same problem. In order to write female characters, they need to fall in love with the main character.
I
It's
don't
dumb.
understand why that is.
I don't understand either.
What is he like channeling the spirit of Frank Miller or something?
Maybe.
Not exactly. No, my type was pretty white. It's branched out of late.
Yeah. When he was 14, Dunn was lonely and horny. Now that he's a full grown man, he's not as lonely, but still horny.
This is true, actually. That's my secret, cat. That's my secret, Crow. I'm always horny.
I've seen the interactions you've had with Zofrats. It gets weird between the two of you when you two are alone on a chat. Because you both do it. You're both weird.
At least it's probably considered psychologically healthier than pathologically driving people away with you with torrents of hatred.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah. We're all just like I just think like me and like for context, me and Zofrats will just kind of like trade double entendres sometimes, but she breaks before I do.
Oh, she always breaks. And she always starts it too.
Yeah.
She
Like-
always starts it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you have that gif of that peach. It's disgusting to me.
It's like, there's an old joke. I promise to not use any more double entendres. Penis. That was a single entendre.
Alrighty. I really can't think of anything else like I could like pull up, but I think like I would have to find some I'd have to find some really particularly bad sections of my like first couple of books, but I'm just like, I kind of don't want to read that out loud because I just remember it being bad, and I don't want to.
Yeah,
go
I think I remember another one. Giving your characters unnecessarily dark and edgy backgrounds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Both of my parents are dead. They died when I was a kid. I never knew to love them.
Yeah, I think.
You got so my
I-
cast is looking at it's okay for the Force Awakens. Oh, you're not going to.
Oh no! Well,
I've seen it.
no, it's okay
Cosmonaut.
to like the Force Awakens one, and it's
Cosmonaut.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It's okay to like the Force Awakens. You just have no taste.
Yeah, Cosmonaut. Yeah.
Well, we went over this on Tuesday. It's okay to like stuff that's bad, and The Force Awakens happens to be a very bad movie. It's okay if you like it because of that.
Just do not give me any arguments of quality.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of like me and Black Panther, because I remember actually liking that when I got out of it. But then I started hearing everybody's complaints against it and going, you know what? You guys got a point. And I really wish Black Panther could be sold to you better. I wish you could see the character for what I know him to be. And I'm sad that the movie turned out to be so crap that it failed to deliver.
Yeah. Like, there are people that say, like, the message was very well done. But I kind of have to, like, say no. Like, the message in it of itself is very...
Of Black Panther?
The Black Panther message is fine in and of itself. However, the movie, as it presents the message, kind of breaks the message a little bit.
I thought it was actually a stealth insult, but maybe that's me just reading too deeply into things. I mean, you got the Africans there who are talking all sophisticated and Shakespearean-like, despite their thick accents, and then you got this American jackass coming in, going, yo, cuz I hate when people steal shit from other black people and use it to hurt people. So I'm gonna steal shit from you black people and use it to hurt people. Wait, what? It's like a slap in the face to like the American Afrophiliacs, I guess.
I don't understand why people think Killmonger's a like sympathetic villain. He states that he's okay with killing the children just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
That's kind of like the line drawn. I kind of get the whole bad thing happened to me, so I want revenge take.
A lot of people say that he is very complex.
Not really.
Except he's not.
He's kind of just a psychopath. He's just a simple psychopath. That's all he is.
He uses his Wakandan heritage to hurt people, despite the fact that he's not culturally a Wakandan. And yet the Wakandans, who actually have that heritage, don't want to hurt people. So he's like, he has the blood, but not the spirit.
It's just a generic gangster thug.
Which kind of falls into the noble savage trope in some ways.
Yeah,
where there are no bad Wakandans, really.
Ironically, the gorilla tribe was more complex.
Yeah.
Strictly speaking, though, the white gorilla tribe, the Jabari, those were the bad Wakandans.
Yeah. But they're just like the outsiders who just are the Amish. Are the Amish Wakandans.
Yeah, they're basically like the Quakers. They think the vibranium has made the tribes weak and is willing to give it away to literally anybody, even Hydra.
Well, we'll talk about Black Panther another time.
Yeah,
this is our sins. Like, I was reminded of another one, too. Punny titles. Pun titles are awful.
Yeah, no pun titles.
The
I
only
did.
people who don't make puns are those who are not clever enough to come up with them on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'll list some titles that I've had for various things I've written. 9/10 of the Law, Fish in a Barrel, How to Win Friends and Influence Allies. Shall I keep going?
Yeah,
No, I
think
don't think you do.
Did you, Drake? I don't know if you were here for this, but I actually had a book entitled Dragon Blaster.
No, he wasn't. You need to tell him about this book.
That's such a great
Dragon
title.
Blast.
Yes.
Okay, so the basic premise is 6 teenagers play a video game. This video game magically transforms, gives them the ability to transform into slightly larger than human-sized dragons.
Are they in the game or
No,
in real world?
life. In real life, they'll get sucked into the video game. Their brains will get sucked in, but that's only like as a semi. What is it? Like a kind of a training period almost, and then they get into the real world. I was very much influenced by Aaron Stone at the time. And so I just thought, oh, why don't I do this with something that I like, as opposed to a spy thing? And then they basically get the ability to create these digitized technology where they can digitize power armor onto their bodies, where they have guns coming out of their backs, breastplates, wrist-mounted blasters. Let me see. Let me see. I think I have a. Let me find an image real quick of what I was kind of thinking of. This is kind of what I was thinking of when I was writing it.
That?
On
What?
What the hell are those?
Bakugan.
Oh, Bakugan?
Yeah, those little rolling balls that you roll them out and then the toy pops open.
They're making a comeback for some reason.
And it's terrible.
It wasn't good to begin with.
It's worse now.
How did they make a terrible? It didn't even sell well.
So, but that's kind of just like, even though Bakugan is kind of stupid, I still like it. So, but that's kind of like the idea of what I thought of, like it with a little bit more armor and wrist-mounted blasters.
Cool. I love it. I really do actually want to read that.
Yeah, I'll have to finish. I'll have to write it and finish it because, like, I have like I actually have no idea how I wanted to end it, because the ending, like, I was originally gonna do it like, there's the way I was structuring all of my books at the time was like 2 books that were like, one contains those kind of an overarching story, and then a third book that was always like the kids dealing with a similar problem. So that was like my structure for a really long time. And like now I'm kind of like, ow, that doesn't work as a structure for anything. But yeah, I think repetitive book or series structure. Yeah,
That's pulpy.
yeah. I think there was
Pulp isn't necessarily bad.
no. It's not. It's just like, I think with Dragon Blaster would just be a single contained book where it's just, I would need to do like a little bit of rewriting around it, figure out some stuff, but I'm interested to kind of see where it goes, if I ever decide to go back to it. Um, we'll have to do it. Like, I should have put Bakugan as one of my guilty pleasures. I just never thought about it. There's some like okay writing in it, like especially in season 2. There are actually arcs in it, and it kind of part of the problem with Bakugan, especially in series 3 and 4, 3, 4, and 3 and 4, is that they take out the power bars, so they can kind of get away with a lot. Because Drago has gotten to the point where like his power creep is so nuts that like they have to like just kind of contrive reasons for him to lose.
Yeah.
So they don't let you see the power. It's just like abruptly wins, and then you see the life point gauge drop a random amount. But it's never all the way down. It's usually just like 2 or 3. That's like, and also like another problem is just like there's sometimes they'll have like armies and armies of enemy Bakugan, and Drago will just like unleash like one attack and just kill all like 10 or 20 at a time.
Is it like that beam attack where the beam passes by, doesn't even hit, but everybody around the beam just explodes in this trail of death?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, you can thank Gundam for that.
Yep. I can't think of anything else.
No, pretty much spent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here.
Alrighty then. There's one last thing that I must do. And it pains me to do so. But I have to say...
Holy shit. Okay, we're going.
I imagine using that to announce a bathroom break.
That would be so funny.
You're always so nice with your goodbye. You could have just said bye-bye, everybody, but no, go! Get out of here. Go away, all of you.
Bye, everyone.
And on that bombshell...